Right now, at this very moment, two worlds are colliding inside your mind. One is the reality you've been living, the safe, familiar, limited world that has kept you exactly where you are. The other is the vision you've been carrying, the dream that wakes you up at 3 a.m., the possibility that makes your heart race, the future that feels so real you can almost touch it. The gap between these two worlds, that's not just your pain, that's your power. Most people stand at this gap and surrender. They accept what is instead of fighting for what could be. But champions? Champions use this gap as fuel. They turn this tension into transformation. They use the power of their mind to bend reality to their will. How many years have you spent living someone else's script? How many dreams have you buried because someone told you they were impossible? How many times have you silenced that voice inside you, the one that whispers, "You're meant for more," because the world convinced you to be realistic? Here's what they don't tell you. The biggest prison isn't made of bars and concrete. It's made of limiting beliefs that you've been carrying in your subconscious mind. Joseph Murphy discovered this truth decades ago, and it's more relevant today than ever. Your subconscious mind is operating 24/7, creating your reality based on what it believes to be true. The question isn't whether it's working, it's what you've programmed it to believe. For years, you've been programming failure. You've been rehearsing lack. You've been practicing limitation. Your subconscious has been dutifully creating a reality that matches those beliefs. But today, that changes. Today, you discover that you have the power to reprogram every limiting belief, every negative pattern, every destructive thought that has been sabotaging your success. This isn't positive thinking. This is neuroscience. Your brain has something called neuroplasticity, which means it can rewire itself at any age. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every emotion you feel is literally reshaping your neural pathways. You are not stuck with the brain you were born with. You can create the brain and the life you want. Inside your mind right now, there's a war happening. The old voice is screaming, "You can't do this. You're not smart enough, talented enough, connected enough. Who do you think you are?" That voice has been your constant companion, hasn't it? It's been whispering doubts and fears since you were young, and over time you started believing it was telling the truth. But there's another voice, quieter maybe, but infinitely more powerful. It's saying, "You were born for greatness. You have everything you need within you. This is your time." Which voice will you feed? Because the voice you feed will determine the life you lead. Joseph Murphy called it the law of mind. Whatever you can conceive and believe, you can achieve. Not sometimes. Not if you're lucky. Always. This is not wishful thinking. This is universal law, as reliable as gravity. Your subconscious mind doesn't judge whether your dreams are realistic or your goals are achievable. It simply takes whatever you consistently think about and feel strongly about and works tirelessly to make it your reality. The problem is that most people are unconsciously programming their subconscious with exactly what they don't want. They think about debt and create more debt. They worry about failure and attract more failure. They focus on problems and magnetize more problems. Champions think differently. They understand that the mind is like fertile soil. It will grow whatever seeds you plant. Plant seeds of success, and you'll harvest success. Plant seeds of abundance, and you'll harvest abundance. Plant seeds of possibility, and you'll harvest miracles. Every single person who has ever achieved anything extraordinary started with a thought. Walt Disney thought about a magical kingdom before Disneyland existed. Steve Jobs thought about putting a computer in every home before Apple was even a company. They didn't just think about these things occasionally. They lived in these visions until they became reality. Your brain cannot tell the difference between something vividly imagined and something actually experienced. When you visualize your success with enough intensity and emotion, your brain starts building the neural pathways as if it had already happened. Your subconscious begins working on ways to make it happen. Opportunities start appearing, resources become available. The right people show up at the right time. This isn't luck. This is the law of attraction in action, and it's backed by cutting-edge neuroscience. But here's where most people sabotage themselves. They visualize their fears more vividly than their dreams. They imagine failure in high definition while their success stays fuzzy and unclear. They feel the pain of rejection more intensely than the joy of achievement. Your subconscious doesn't care whether you're visualizing something you want or something you fear. It just makes happen whatever you give the most mental and emotional energy to. Clarity is power. Specificity is strength. You cannot hit a target you cannot see. Most people say they want success, but they have no idea what success actually looks like for them. They want to be rich, but they don't know how rich. They want to be happy, but they don't know what happiness means to them. They want to make a difference, but they don't know what kind of difference. Your subconscious mind needs a clear target. Give it one. Write down exactly what you want, when you want it, why you want it, and how you'll know when you have it. Make it so specific that a stranger could read your goals and understand exactly what success looks like for you. Vision pulls you forward. Most people are pushed by their problems instead of pulled by their vision. They wake up trying to survive instead of waking up trying to thrive. They're running from something instead of running towards something. But when you have a compelling vision, a future so exciting that it makes your current problems seem small, everything changes. You wake up with energy. You go to bed with anticipation. You face challenges with courage because you know they're just temporary obstacles between you and your destiny. Purpose gives you power. When you know why you must succeed, you'll find a way to succeed. When your goals are bigger than your excuses, you become unstoppable. Your purpose doesn't have to save the world. It just has to be big enough to pull you through the inevitable storms. Maybe it's providing for your family. Maybe it's proving your critics wrong. Maybe it's creating something beautiful that will outlast your lifetime. Whatever it is, connect to it daily. Let it fuel you when motivation fails. Let it drive you when discipline wavers. Discipline is freedom. This sounds like a contradiction, but it's the most liberating truth you'll ever learn. Most people think freedom means doing whatever you want whenever you want. But that's not freedom. That's slavery to impulse. Real freedom is having the power to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. When you develop the discipline to keep your promises to yourself, you develop unshakable self-confidence. When you develop the discipline to delay gratification, you develop the ability to achieve any goal. Discipline isn't about deprivation, it's about devotion to your future self. Action transforms everything. Dreams without action are just fantasies. Beliefs without action are just opinions. Knowledge without action is just information. But when you combine a clear vision with consistent action, you become unstoppable. The key is taking the right action. Most people stay busy but don't get results because they're taking random action instead of strategic action. Every action you take should move you closer to your goals. Every decision you make should align with your vision. Every hour you invest should compound your progress. Gratitude amplifies abundance. This isn't just feel-good philosophy, this is metaphysical law. When you appreciate what you have, you attract more to appreciate. When you focus on lack, you create more lack. When you celebrate small wins, you magnetize bigger wins. Your emotional state is your creative state. When you feel grateful, you're in harmony with the frequency of abundance. When you feel frustrated, you're in harmony with the frequency of struggle. Choose your emotional state as deliberately as you choose your clothes each morning. Flexibility ensures survival. Darwin didn't say the strongest species survive. He said the most adaptable species survive. In a world changing at lightning speed, flexibility isn't just an advantage, it's essential. When your original plan doesn't work, create a new plan. When one door closes, look for the window. When the path disappears, make a new path. But never, ever change your destination just because the route gets rough. Your goals are sacred. Your methods are negotiable. Resilience creates champions. Every person who has ever achieved something significant has been knocked down more times than you can count. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't that champions never fall. It's that they always get back up. They understand that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the pathway to success. Every no gets you closer to yes. Every rejection teaches you something valuable. Every setback sets you up for a comeback. Thomas Edison didn't fail 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He found 10,000 ways that didn't work, bringing him 10,000 steps closer to the way that did. Learning accelerates growth. In the information age, your ability to learn new skills is your most valuable asset. The half-life of knowledge is shrinking rapidly. What you learned 5 years ago might be obsolete today. What you learn today might be transformed tomorrow. The only sustainable competitive advantage is the ability to learn faster than change happens. Invest in yourself daily. Read books that challenge your thinking. Take courses that stretch your capabilities. Surround yourself with people who know things you don't know. Your network is your net worth, but your knowledge is your leverage. This moment, right now, is your turning point. You're standing at the crossroads between who you've been and who you're becoming. To your left is the familiar path of comfort, safety, and mediocrity. To your right is the uncertain path of growth, challenge, and greatness. Most people choose left because it feels easier, but champions choose right because they understand that easy roads don't lead to extraordinary destinations. The ship is safest in the harbor, but that's not what ships are built for. You weren't built for safety. You were built for significance. Your mind contains unlimited potential. Joseph Murphy spent his life proving this truth, and modern science continues to validate his discoveries. Your subconscious mind is connected to an infinite intelligence that can solve any problem, overcome any obstacle, and create any outcome you can conceive. This isn't mysticism. This is quantum physics. Your consciousness literally creates your reality. Your observations influence your outcomes. Your expectations shape your experiences. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are a creator of circumstances. But the universe doesn't respond to wishy-washy requests. It responds to clear, specific, emotionally charged intentions. You must know exactly what you want, why you want it, and when you want it. Then you must feel as if you already have it. Think as if you've already achieved it. Act as if you've already become the person you want to be. This isn't fake it till you make it. This is faith until you see it. This is accessing your future self and bringing that energy into your present moment. Success is not accidental. Success is a choice. A series of choices you make every single day. The choice to get up when you don't feel like it. The choice to think thoughts that serve your goals instead of thoughts that sabotage them. The choice to spend time with people who inspire you instead of people who drain you. The choice to take action that moves you forward instead of activities that keep you busy but don't create results. Champions make champion choices. Winners make winning decisions. It's that simple. From this moment forward, you are a different person. The old you. The one who accepted limitations, believed in impossibilities, and settled for less. That person no longer exists. A new you has been born. A you who believes in unlimited potential. A you who expects miracles. A you who creates reality through the power of focused thought and persistent action. This transformation isn't gradual, it's instantaneous. Right now, new neural pathways are forming in your brain. Right now, new possibilities are opening up in your life. Right now, everything is changing. You have been using less than 10% of your mental capacity. Einstein himself only used about 10% of his brain's potential. Inside, you are talents that haven't been discovered, abilities that haven't been developed, and potential that hasn't been unleashed. Joseph Murphy's teachings will help you access that potential. His principles will unlock those abilities. His wisdom will awaken those talents. You are not just improving your life. You are stepping into the life you were always meant to live. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Never forget this truth. Every force in the cosmos wants you to succeed. Every law of nature is designed to help you grow. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger. Every setback you experience is a setup for a greater comeback. You are not alone in this journey. You are supported by infinite intelligence, unlimited power, and divine love. Your job is to align yourself with these forces, not fight against them. Infinite opportunities surround you right now. They're invisible only because your awareness has been limited. Expand your awareness. Open your mind. Broaden your vision. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Opportunities that were hidden become obvious. Solutions that seemed impossible become inevitable. Doors that were closed swing open. As Joseph Murphy taught, seek and you shall find. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be opened. But you must seek with certainty, ask with faith, and knock with persistence. The choice is yours. Will you remain in the familiar prison of limitation? Or will you step into the unlimited kingdom of possibility? Will you continue living someone else's definition of your potential? Or will you discover what you're truly capable of? Will you accept the life you've been given? Or will you create the life you've always dreamed of? Choose now. Decide now. Because not choosing is still a choice. Not deciding is still a decision. And that choice, that decision, will determine your destiny. Your mind commands reality starting now. From this moment forward, you are the master of your thoughts. From this moment forward, you are the architect of your destiny. From this moment forward, you are the author of your story. Joseph Murphy's teachings are no longer just words on a page. They are living principles operating through your consciousness. His wisdom is no longer just knowledge. It is power manifesting in your experience. His truth is no longer just possibility. It is your reality. Rise up. Wake up. Your real life begins now.